I just bought a car for 1,300, and I think I got a steal because the car runs and drives and is in good shape. I bought it because the owner thinks it had a bad head gasket or a bad water pump or something. I'm not exactly sure, but like I said, I think I got a steal.
1 hour later.
Well, this looks a little bit familiar.
So in front of me, I have a 2005 Infiniti G35 Coupe, clean title, that I got for 1,300.
The issue that's happening with this vehicle is that it overheats, and we don't know why. So right here you can see that it's a little bit hot. I have a feeling that the issue that's wrong with it is that maybe there's a lot of air in the cooling system, which is causing it to overheat. So on second thought, I think what is going on with the car is we have a bad thermostat. So the car is pretty hot right now. It's kind of hissing, but all the hoses are extremely hot except the hoses leaving the thermostat. This hose is actually pretty cool to the touch. This other hose right here is pretty hot. So that's all that this vehicle should need in theory. Right now I'm just taking it easy, driving it home, trying to not overheat it as much.
1 hour later.
Well, this looks a little bit familiar.
So it's the next day. Alright guys, so as you can see, I have the G35 here in the driveway. I was able to get it home yesterday. It did overheat on me a few times, but I just kind of turned off the vehicle, let it cool off for a few minutes, and I was able to do that and drive it home safely. The car is turning on fine. So the plan for today is to jack up the vehicle, do some maintenance on it. I need to replace the thermostat because I think that's what's causing it to overheat. And then this passenger side wheel bearing is pretty bad, so I need to remove that. The good thing is that I have the G35 here that I was partying out, and it has the wheel bearings here, so I can just swap them over, so I can keep my costs down. I'm gonna go ahead and like I said, I'm gonna jack it up. I'm gonna do some maintenance to it so that we can get it running good. So the goal for this vehicle is gonna be to try to fix the issues with it and resell it for maybe $5,000 or $6,000. I did buy this car, like I said, for 1,300, and it runs and drives. So I got the car jacked up. The first thing that I'm gonna do is drain the coolant from the radiator, and then after I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the thermostat down there, and I'm gonna inspect it to see what's going on with it. I'm pretty certain that that's what's causing it to overheat. I'm not too worried about it. I have another thermostat that I'm gonna put on it, so we can just get rid of that issue altogether. And then like I said, I'm gonna probably remove the wheel here, inspect the wheel bearing, probably replace that as well. So now that I got the coolant removed, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect these hoses and remove my thermostat. There's 3 10mm fasteners holding on your thermostat with 2 hoses that go to it. Using a pair of pliers like this makes it easy to get this off. I did remove the air box out of the way also to make it easier. So we'll go ahead and get this out. So I got the old thermostat out of the vehicle right here, and just by looking at it, it doesn't look bad. It actually looks like it's pretty new. I'm gonna do a little test here and try to heat it up to see if that spring right there goes back down. If it doesn't, then we can confirm that this is bad. Yeah, this thing is pretty much stuck. This spring should go back down, but it's not moving at all. So I did put a new thermostat in the car, and I did turn it on for a few minutes. However, I quickly noticed that in the back there was a leak, and I did further investigate here, and this bleeder port was broken right over here. So I need to replace that as well. I have an extra one. I'm gonna go ahead and toss it on and then turn on the car. But I think that and the thermostat both had a play in the overheating issue. So I did find another bleeder port that's in much better shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that back on and turn on the vehicle, see if it will overheat still. But I have a good feeling that it won't.
So the next thing that we need to do is fix this passenger side wheel bearing because it is making a ton of noise. So with the thermostat fixed and the wheel bearing fixed, I also wanted to go ahead and polish these headlights because as you guys can see, they're pretty hazy and oxidized.
I also did put a MagnaFlow muffler and the stock resonator because the car has a resonator delete and an aftermarket muffler that doesn't sound very good. So I did want to go ahead and replace that. It's just too obnoxiously loud. So I want to quiet things down a bit.
When I look back at this vehicle, I think it's crazy how it was so cheap and all it really needed was a wheel bearing and a thermostat. I didn't really spend much on fixing this vehicle, and at this point it's running and driving amazing, and I am super excited for the person who's going to buy it because they're going to get a reliable, awesome car.
So I am pretty happy because I didn't really spend much on fixing this G35, and at this point it's pretty much ready to be sold. So I'm gonna put it up for sale. Somebody is gonna get a nice clean G35 that is perfect, almost perfect. Not every car is perfect, but it's darn close. If you guys did like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing for more G35 videos, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out.